Yo.
I plugged the mic in, flipped a couple switches and started rhyming. It wasn't right then, but I kept writing, knowing I had to put the time in to earn my stipend. Do your guy a solid one time, subscribe and like this.
Man, I be thinking a lot about music. Almost like I used to. Back when I was trying to do music as a full-time career back in the day, but it's different now because there's not that burden hanging over trying to get discovered or make X amount of dollars or whatever, right? And so now it's just trying to make music that when I listen to it sounds like the best version of what I'm trying to make that I can imagine. You know what I'm saying? And that's all that really matters. And so I be just changing my little techniques and styles and stuff, especially on the engineering side of things quite frequently. I probably spend more time learning new and creative ways to make music than I do actually making music. And if I'm honest, that's my favorite part of it these days, right? Because I had already proved myself as an MC decades ago and as a beat maker. And you know what I'm saying? And all these things, I don't have anything else to really show off. And so now it's trying to impress myself. And anybody that's an artist knows that the cliche that goes along with that sentiment rings true more often than not, right? And so anyways, I was just working on this song, and it was a joint where I was live a week or two ago, right? And one of the two songs I was trying to nail the verse to. And after I had got off of that live with y'all, I went back and laid a couple more takes and just left some takes for me to go back and listen to with fresh ears another time, right? And I pulled it up today, fully intended on just deleting all them takes and recording something fresh, right? Because I didn't remember hearing anything that I thought for sure I wanted to keep the last go around. But I was like, well, before I start deleting stuff, let me just give it a playthrough. And then I realized I hadn't done anything to the mix at all. When I say that, let me be a little more specific. So usually, as I'm making a beat, I'll be tweaking little things like panning this left or that right, or, you know what I'm saying, putting a little delay effect on this or some reverb on that or blah, 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 mixing as I'm producing, right? But with this particular track, right, with this song, I was producing the beat and I had a homeboy on video chat, giving me his thoughts on it as I was going along. And I remember making the decision that this beat I was going to produce the way I first started making beats before I knew about all this little technical in-between shit, right? Where I would make a beat and it would have to sound good with nothing panned. Everything just dead center. And no effects on anything. If it didn't sound good like that, it wasn't good enough. You know what I'm saying? To deserve things like reverb and delay and compression and EQ and so forth, right? And I pulled this up today and realized I hadn't done any of that on anything. Not any of those vocal tracks, nothing. Just the whatever compression or EQ I had on the way in for the vocal tracks and for the keyboard tracks and stuff, and the bass, that was it, right? And now, mind you, that is a testament. I'm not trying to be a hardware gear junkie type, you know what I'm saying, shill or whatever, but that is a testament that, because I did do a lot of that stuff through really nice hardware. You know what I'm saying? I tracked the bass through a 1081. I tracked the vocals through a bunch of shit. I tracked the keyboards through all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? Transformers and whatnot. And so that is, you know what I'm saying? There's something to be said about that. But This is not the first time I've done most of those things, right? You know what I'm saying? And so I just kept the take that I had left highlighted last, and just started just doing some stuff to it, and was like, oh fuck, this shit sounds better. This shit sounds better than a lot of the stuff if I was to strip all the effects off of it. Like the raw tracks here sound better than what I usually start with on a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so I just started doing my little mix thing, but this time paying a little more attention to detail with what I do on each thing, because I'm starting with some really just good sounding stuff to begin with, and so I'm trying to do no harm. You feel me? And man, when I tell you I just bust my drums. Nowhere near finished with this mix, but I just bust the drums. Punchy ain't the motherfucking word. This shit is haymakery as fuck. Oh, wait till y'all fucking hear Retro Aquarian. Hey, yo, Mars. One time. It's ready. Get at me.